To the fact that we gave up the Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan.
Well, I'm a little surprised by the report. I mean, most of it's classified, but if there was a major shift in our global force structure, it would be revealed here. And certainly improving a couple of airfields I'm assuming that needs to be done. We're putting more ammunition and logistics there. But we're not coming to grips, in my judgment, with what the real issue is. I mean, China clearly outguns us and outmans us. I mean, they have more ships, more airplanes, more missiles in the region than we do. And common sense tells you if we want to deter them from a conflict in the region, then we have to have forces in the region. We're an ocean away, 2 weeks from the west coast of the United States. A lot of our bombers are in the United States.
Okay, they knew that a long time ago. They moved the business to China. This is part of the destruction of the American, the freedom for the planet Earth. All these wars are organized. They never happen without calculations of losses and gains between the big players controlling planet Earth. We can say that.
They're not in the region.
And right now, since the America is in so much debt, thanks to the rulership of both parties, who's supposed to, if you see anything goes wrong, they're supposed to fix it, right? Like economy or whatever. But they kept quiet until, the cancer grow to the point where it's gonna be a big surgery, and nobody knows who survived that surgery right now.
We should be forward deploying.
So once they go for war and something happen, then the president get the all powers under him, so you lose your rights again, and you keep going from the old plan that we've been pushing it so far. So what happened next.
Marines, more missiles, and more of our bombers into the region to deter war. We have to make the adjustment after the 9/11 wars to the reality of what we're facing. We got three major threats. One is China, second is Russia, and the third is Iran. And that gives us, in my judgment, reason to readjust our force posture and recognize that we have to deter all three of those threats. And that means it's more money. We have to take forces out of the United States, where most of our forces are, and forward deploy them and recognize what this threat really is. And I don't think this is happening. I'm surprised by it.
They take military power out of United States. Regular people cannot defend themselves against the National Guard and all the other agencies inside the country. So you basically screwed up again, and the military cannot help because they'll get them involved into a different party going on, and it's gonna be again United States fault for going there and getting things going on.
Be frank about it.
Well, you're right. It's not happening, General. I mean, look at the budget for defense. It is not increasing at all. We're actually, when you compare it to inflation, seeing a decline in the defense budget, in the overall Bernie Sanders budget. So why isn't the administration recognizing these threats are rising, and we need to strengthen? I mean, you yourself has been saying that China outguns us, and particularly related to the Navy. You've been saying this for over a year.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the budget, I think, is a factor, Maria. I'm glad you brought it up. Certainly, that's never going to be stated in the report. But the fiscal constraints on the Defense Department are serious. Think about these spending bills that you've been discussing, for weeks and months. Trillions of dollars being spent on domestic programs. There's two departments in the federal government that are not getting the plus up. One is the Defense Department. It's actually a reduction because it's not accounting for inflation. And the other is the Department of Homeland Security, who's responsible for our domestic security.